Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing guys an AFK money making guide where I will show you guys 5 different AFK money making methods. Do keep in mind that most of these are for high level players, so that is an important thing to note before starting the video. Also, if you guys do enjoy the video, hit that like button and a subscribe button. And also check out my Discord server. The invite link to that will be in the description down below. Also, my friends chat is SilencedYT, so definitely join those if you're into some group chats and bossing all about RuneScape 3. Anyway, without further ado, let's start with our first method. So our first method is going to be charging empty divine charges. And with this method, you can make around 2 to 3 mil per hour. It is a really AFK method. You will be AFK while you are gathering the energies from the wisps. The required levels 101 invention is required for the divine omatic vacuum, which is what you need to actually charge the empty divine charges. And also recommended is 95 plus divination, and this is for the incandescent energy. So having 95 plus divination, it will allow you to unlock this spot, which is the fastest spot to actually charge your divine charges. You can also do it at cursed energy, however this is in the wilderness. It can be done at any divination level, but 95 is obviously the best. And then also recommended is 81 summoning for the Nightmare Muspa pouch. Also the Ethereal Connection perk, which you actually get from the Memorial of Guthix. This is a really useful perk to use. And then the Energy Gathering Scrimshaw also does boost the amount of divine charges that you can make per hour. Now looking at my setup here, I do have the Divine Omatic. I'm going to want to configure it. Configure it to getting the energies and memories. This will make it so you get the divine charges the fastest. So this is more of the money oriented way to do it. If you do have it just using the energy, then you will gain more divination XP. But if you don't really care about XP and just want money, have it on using both. And then also you can see I do have my divination skill cape. This is pretty helpful as well. I have the Grace of the Elves for the random gift of Sarens, which do occur every once in a while. And then I also have the Scrimshaw here that I will be activating, and the Nightmare Muspa pouch, which is in my inventory. You should have one of these familiars active if you can, just to maximize the amount of charges you can get per hour. Now you should be able to get around 60 charges per hour, which will make it you around 2 to 3 mil GP per hour. So it's a really great method. There aren't really any inputs that you need to put into it, which is what I really like. You need to buy just the empty divine charges and store them in your Divine Omatic, and then just by harvesting these wisps, you will be charging your empty divine charges into the charged ones. And as you can see, this is a really AFK method. The wisps last around 20 to 30 seconds, so you have about 20 to 30 seconds of AFK time in between every time you need to go to a new one. And there you go, a Saren Spirit just appeared, and we got a little bit of rune arrowheads to add to our profit. So obviously the Grace of the Elves necklace will boost your profit by a little bit. And so overall, this is a really great AFK method, around 2 to 3 mil per hour. The divination XP is fairly low, probably around 20k XP per hour is what you can expect. Now moving on to our second method, we have a really basic one in cutting elder logs for around 1 mil GP per hour. So the required levels, only 90 wood cutting, and then recommended is the Dwarven Chain Axe, which you might have some in the bank. You get these from the Treasure Hunter daily spin rewards. And so if you do have them in your bank, you should definitely use them. They actually allow you to get double the logs, so that would boost it to 2 mil per hour. And this is a really AFK method. So each tree does last around 5 minutes. So that means you only need to pay attention once every 5 minutes, making this a really AFK method. It is pretty low GP per hour, around 1 mil. but since it is so AFK, that's why this method is so great. And so located here on this map is just some of the Elder Tree locations. So as you can see, there is one in Varrock, one in Edgeville, one south of Draenor Village, and then one right around Falador, just south of it, and then one in Yanil. And these are just the Elder Trees that I find are the easiest to get to. So I would usually go to Varrock, and then Edgeville, and then maybe Yanil, and then just rotate in those three, since one does respawn every 10 minutes. Now moving on to our next method, we have killing Salawah Axe. And this should make you around 2 to 3 mil per hour. As for the requirements and recommendations, required is 105 Slayer, also 43 Prayer, just highly recommended, so it's pretty much required. Also the Feather of Matt, and the quest Icthlorin's Little Helper must at least be started. As for the recommendations, you will want a high level 2-hand weapon as well as melee power armor. And this is pretty much as highly recommended. Try and have the best melee armor you can possibly get. I definitely prefer using melee against the Salawah Axe. And then of course this stuff isn't actually listed, but curses are really helpful, as well as overloads and stuff like that. That's pretty much just helpful for every kind of combat creature. And so pretty much to kill them, you want to go to the Menopause Slayer dungeon down to the bottom floor and just start killing them. You don't really want aggression potions since they do hit pretty hard. And I like praying a melee while I am killing them. So you will want to bring some food along with you, as well as a bunch of prayer potions, as you will be draining your prayer while you are here. Enhanced Excalibur is a really useful item here. It will give you a bit of healing on the side, besides just using your food, which is extremely helpful. And then also using the Vampirism Aura, as well as the Vampirism Scrimshaw. These are really useful items here as well, as healing is a kind of a pretty big deal, since you can't actually use Soul Split, at least not effectively, because they do hit pretty hard. So having Protect from melee on is definitely recommended. And then since it is in the Menopause Slayer dungeon, you can actually get the drops to go straight to your chest, which I find is extremely useful, making this method, really AFK. And they don't hit too hard that you need to spend that much concentration and focus on the game. So that is why it is a little bit of an AFK method. It probably isn't as AFK as the other ones in this video, but still, you don't really have to pay too much attention when you are killing these. And as I said earlier, it is around 2 to 3 mil per hour, and the XP per hour is actually really great at around 600,000 XP per hour. Now moving on to our next method, we have killing Smoke Nihils, and you can get around 5 to 6 mil per hour killing these. The requirements and recommendations, you do need the Fate of the Gods quest, where you will get the Shard of Zeros, and this is highly recommended as well to wear this. 87 summoning to actually make the Nihil pouches, that is definitely required to actually make money off this method. And then of course 76 layer to kill the Nihils. Now recommended 80 plus ranged, as range is the recommended combat style here. Also you should try and have an 80 plus armor and weapon. And also Corruption Shot is an extremely useful ability here, so definitely try and have that when you are killing Nihils. And then the last recommendation is of course overloads, and also curses and stuff like that. Anything that just boosts your combat is obviously recommended here. And so to get to Nihils, they are located in the World Gate, so just click enter and you're going to want to go to the pit. So once you click the pit, you will be in the Nihil area. Now to get them to spawn, you will want to just go into the middle of the area and just actually click on it, and it will give you a chat option to see if you want the Nihils to spawn. Make sure you just want the regular one, so select the second option that says no, just to get the regular Nihils to spawn. Now, I do have a full Nihil guide on my channel that I will be linking in the description down below. So in this video, it's only going to be, not too in-depth, But essentially what you will want to do is have your ability bar somewhat like mine. So have Corruption Shot at the top, and you're only going to want to kill the Smoke Nihils. Now the nice thing about Corruption Shot is that it will damage the Nihils around it as well. So once you use this enough, the other Nihils should be low enough in health to actually kill them a lot faster. As I said, recommended is overloads, and this is because the Smoke Nihil's ability actually lowers your stats. So having an overload active will actually keep your stats static, meaning your stats won't actually decrease when the Smoke Nihil uses its special ability. And that is why you want to kill Smoke Nihils other than the Blood, Shadow, and Ice Nihils. So Smoke is obviously the easiest to kill. That being said, if you use Corruption Shot enough, it should wound the other Nihils, so you can take them out pretty quick without them even using their special ability. Now, as for the drops, you will want to pick up pretty much everything, but the most important drop is going to be the specific Nihil familiar item. So, for example, the Smoke Nihils, they drop the Avianchi Talons, and this is to make the Smoke Nihil pouches. And then each of the 4 Nihils do have their own unique item. For example, there is the Vampire Fangs, the Demon Horn, as well as the Ician Feathers. Also, you will definitely want to make sure you pick up every Elder Charm that they drop, since you do need one of these Elder Charms for every Nihil pouch that you are going to be making. So definitely try and pick up all of these. Now, when making a pouch, as you can see, I have some Demon Horns in my inventory, so I'm going to be making these Shadow Nihil pouches. So you can just make them. You don't need any shards, you just need the summoning ingredients. So the Demon Horn, as well as 1 Elder Charm and 150 Elder Energy. And right now, these pouches are worth a lot. They're over 100k in price. So it is a really awesome money-making method, since their drops for the summoning familiars, they aren't even that rare. They're more like an uncommon drop. And so overall, Nihils is a pretty awesome method. It is pretty AFK because the Nihils don't hit that hard, especially the Smoke Nihils with the overloads active. So you can just casually kill them. And they don't take too long to kill, but it is a fairly AFK method because you don't have to pay too much attention to it. And then of course the GP per hour is just phenomenal at around 5 to 6 mil per hour. And moving on to the last method in this video, we have killing Abyssal Demons for around 2 to 3 mil per hour. And so for this method, it does have a few requirements and recommendations. Required is 85 Slayer, and then also 92 Prayer is just highly recommended. This is to actually get some pretty good GP per hour while being AFK at Abyssal Demons. And then also recommended 100 plus combat level, along with the Spring Cleaner, the Gem Bag upgrade, and then Magic Note Paper or 96 Summoning for a Pack Yak and the Winter Storage Scrolls. And this is just so you can actually bank the items without leaving the area. And so Abyssal Demons are located in the Slayer Tower in Mauritania. And there is 2 different methods to actually doing this. So one is with the Ectoplasmator and the Demon Horn Necklace, and this will kind of renew your prayer. However, I don't like this method. As you can see on screen, this is what I am doing right now. It kind of gives you unlimited prayer, so it makes it extremely AFK, although the Ghostly Essence to charge the Ectoplasmator, it does cost quite a bit, so it does cut into your profit by quite a significant margin. You would probably only make around 1 to 1.5 mil profit per hour when you are using this method. However, if you are just using the basic method without the Ectoplasmator, you will be making much more GP per hour, so that is what I recommend. And then also any combat style can be used. Here I'm going to be using melee. And so pretty much what you want is all of the area effect abilities. So stuff like Hurricane, Quake, Smash, Cleave, abilities like this for melee. You will want to have these in the front of your action bar with Revolution Plus on, so that these abilities are used automatically. Also, you will want to use Aggression Potions, and that is for any method when killing Abyssal Demons, if you want it to be AFK at least. And so anyway, with this method, you will have as many costs. If you do look at my armor, I am wearing Torva. You definitely don't need to wear Torva. Bandos is just fine. That doesn't degrade, so that would save on your cost. It'll lower your costs a little bit. You'll make a little bit more profit per hour. So kind of try and just have average armor. Amulet of Souls definitely isn't necessary, but you will want a good weapon and at least tier 70 plus armor. Just to make this a pretty effective method. And also curses are highly recommended. You will definitely want these. But anyway, Abyssal Demons, it is an extremely awesome AFK method. You can actually have about 5 minutes AFK, since the aggression potion does last for 5 minutes. However, you do need to be cautious to make sure your prayer points don't go out, so that your soul split will run out and then you'll just end up dying from the damage over time. I'm using a Vampirism Scrimshaw or Vampirism Aura. These are really useful here as well. But anyway, you should expect to get around 2 to 3 mil per hour without using the Ectoplasmider. So that is definitely what I recommend. And the XP per hour is insane. It is a broad margin, around 600k to up to 1 mil XP per hour when killing Abyssal Demons, just depending on how many you can kill per hour. You kill upwards over 1,000 per hour, and maybe even push this to 2,000 per hour. So the XP is just insane, and the 2 to 3 mil per hour, it's just awesome for an AFK method like Abyssal Demons. And so anyway guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy and you found at least one of these methods really helpful for you. And if you guys have any questions about any of these methods, feel free to comment down below and I'll try and help you out as much as I possibly can. And again, join my Discord server and my friends chat if you guys are looking for a nice place to chat. I try and help everyone out on there, and we organize a few events and just have a lot of fun and chat. So definitely join that if you are interested. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more RuneScape 3 content, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.